We continue through the Seder Hashkamat Adam Baboker, and a person gets dressed. So the question is, of course, regarding the Talit Katan. Is a person mechuyav to wear a Talit Katan? And pretty much the halakha is very clear that unless a person is wearing a garment that has four corners, then he's not mechuyav to go out of his way to put on a Talit Katan. However, there is some general and some specific reason as to why a person should try to go out of his way to wear the Talit Katan in order to be mechayev himself in the mitzvah. In general, we know that a person should look to try to perform mitzvot. Moshe Rabbeinu, when he was going to Eretz HaKodesh, he wanted to go into Eretz HaKodesh. Why? And the Gemara says, because did he want to eat from the special fruits of Eretz HaKodesh? No. He wanted to be mekayem more mitzvot, more mitzvot. Similarly, the Gaon Mivilna, when he was on his deathbed, you can imagine a lifetime full of Torah, full of Amerut B'Torah. And yet when he was on his deathbed, he held his tzitzit and he began to cry, and he held his tzitzit and he said, he's going from a world where you can get tzitzit for a few dollars, get a mitzvah the entire day. He's going to Olam where there's no more opportunity for the mitzvot. Chacham lev yikach mitzvot. A person who was smart in his heart, he pursues the mitzvot. When all the Jewish people were going after the Bizat Mitzrayim, which was a mitzvah, Kadosh Baruch Hu told them they should go and take the items from the Egyptian people. Moshe Rabbeinu was involved with what? With the Atzmot Yosef. And the Midrash says, Chacham lev yikach mitzvot. The person is supposed to pursue mitzvot that this world is all about. Specifically, when it comes to the Mitzvah of Tzitzit, however, the Mitzvah of Tzitzit, if you look in the Sefer HaChinuch, it's there as a very, very specific mitzvah that it brings us to the Yirat Shamayim. A person has an opportunity, a man, we wear the Tzitzit on us the entire day, and that is the uniform of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. After the incident with the Mikoshesh Etzim, the person went in the Midbar and he picked up the sticks on Shabbat, he was Mechalel Shabbat, and Moshe Rabbeinu afterwards speaks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he says, you're looking for mercy, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the man who wasn't wearing tzitzit, we didn't have the mitzvah of tzitzit yet. Therefore we find right after the Mekosher Esim, we have the parasha of tzitzit. This is what keeps us away from doing averot. This is the connection. That a person doesn't have tzitzit, he's closer to doing the averot. In addition, the tzitzit have a specific skulam. Many different skulot. By looking at the tzitzit, the word kanaf, corner, is the same gematria as ka'as, as anger. And therefore, there's a skula brought down that if a person looks at his tzitzit, it prevents him from getting angry. Similarly, when a person, the Kseva Kavi Yashar brings down, when a person wears tzitzit is an et ratzon, it's a very, very auspicious time in Hashemayim for a person to pray that he should be saved from kin'ah, from jealousy, from hatred, and from anger. The tzitzit have a specific ability because of the fact that it reminds us of the Shamayim, the techelet, the petil techelet, whether it's the blue string or even just the actual strings of the tzitzit, which remind us of all the mitzvot. It puts a person's midot into perspective and he's able to avoid anger. Additionally, the final thing would be that the Gemara says that, of course, a person is not mechuyav to do the mitzvah aseh unless you have the four corner garment. However, be'idan litcha, Gemara tells us that if God forbid it comes to the world a time where HaKadosh Baruch Hu is angry, then those who didn't do mitzvot aseh get punished. Until that point, you're not mechuyav to do the mitzvah aseh. Unless you have the four corner garment, you don't have to do the mitzvah. But when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Rahman al-Yitzan, is at a point of anger, then those who avoid the mitzvah taseh do get punished for not bringing themselves into the mitzvah taseh. A mitzvah lo taseh you can never violate. But it's mitzvah taseh, if it's bali adcha, you do it, if not. But if you didn't do a mitzvah taseh, you opted out of it, then a person is liable for punishment at a time when there's anger in the world of Rahman al-Yitzlan. A person should try and make an effort to wear the talit katan at all times. It's a tremendous mitzvah the entire day. If he has kavanah, he gets sachar the entire day. Plus, as we mentioned, looking at the talit katan for a man specifically, it's able to bring him to avoid averot. Be Hananya? Be Hananya,